I have 3 sign-ins for 3 minutes each to speak. We cannot comment back, but it is open. And Mr. Sadler from Kingwood.
Hello, my name is Kyle Sadler, and I'm the chairman of Humble Against Red Light Cameras. We also have we also own property out here in Dayton, 321. And what I'm here to talk about today is the vote on the red light cameras that you are looking at putting up. I own a business in Humble. My office is at the intersection of 1960 and Whitaker, where there is a red light camera. And the initial meeting that we had for Humble Against Red Light Cameras was held in my office. My office faces 1960. And at the beginning of the meeting, we heard the tires screech, and I told them, I said, hey, this happens all day long. What that is people are screeching to a halt to avoid that violation from the red light. Not even 15 minutes into a meeting, we had a rear-end accident that occurred at that intersection. There was a police officer that was right next to him that witnessed the accident. I walked outside, asked him if I could get a copy of the police report. He told me there was not going to be a police report. Therefore, whenever you see data out there that rear-end accidents don't occur, they really do occur at these intersections. There has been a huge increase in rear-end accidents. Just the other day, I walked outside to take pictures of another rear-end accident that happened at that light. I've seen more rear-end accidents at that light than any other type of accidents. I have seen one accident where somebody took a left on a non-protected green light. So there wouldn't have been a violation issued. The red light cameras do not help reduce any of the accidents at these intersections. Actually, data proves that accidents do increase. Another point I wanted to point out is that ATS, they don't officially tell everybody this, but if you do research, you'll find out that Goldman Sachs has a very large stake in ATS. I don't think Goldman Sachs cares about people's personal safety. I own an investment firm, okay? I deal with Goldman Sachs all the time. Goldman Sachs is interested in the money. And the reason why I bring that up is because we are Humble Against Red Light Cameras. The mayor, Mayor McManus, is aware about the litigation that's going to be coming for the red light cameras, because they refuse to listen to the voters in the city of Humble. And so what ends up happening is same things that are going to happen in Humble, which have happened in Port Lavaca, where ATS will, or that's Redflex, they hire a front group, same front group from Chicago, that will file a lawsuit against the city to prevent it from being taken down. Okay, so then Port Lavaca has to go, has to crater to that. Well, then you have lawsuit after lawsuit. And if y'all haven't got the news, which everybody has, we've got the Baytown lawsuits, and we've got the Houston lawsuits. ATS is not going to let you out of their contract, no matter what they tell you. They are going to sit there and sue you, sue you, sue you. And the revenue that you're going to receive off of these red light cameras will not be close to the amount that you're going to end up spending on legal fees and on the settlement costs, like Baytown's settlement and all the legal fees that Baytown had to go through. City of Houston hasn't settled yet, but they're talking about $24 million. City of Houston is not getting that much money. Lastly, the thing is, Humble signed a 15-year contract with ATS. So I'll just say, be careful, okay? They're going to pull everything out. They're going to make it sound all rosy and cherry, but you're not going to have the voter confidence in it, and it's going to have a lot of voters outraged out there. We've got it in Humble, and we've got it all over the state of Texas. Thanks, sir.
Okay, next one is Chris Cemetery.
Yes, hi. I'm an engineer, lived here for 20 years, worked downtown Houston. I own some property up in Huntsville. The other day I noticed for the first time that Cleveland had put up red light cameras. And I'm a fiercely independent guy. I believe that what our founding fathers envisioned is kind of slipping away from us. I believe that this is just another thing that You've got a big eye in the sky watching us all the time. Not because, you know, we want to violate the law, it's because our liberties are precious to us. Anyway, I've researched this camera that I saw and went to the TxDOT site and saw that they had 9 accidents in 18 months. And the following 12 months, since they put it up, they had 12 accidents. And if you just project that out, that's 18 accidents in 18 months. The rate doubled. It's not about the safety. I'm very much as concerned as anyone in here about the safety of our children, safety of our people. But for them to make the claim that this is a safety issue, it is certainly not. It's about revenue, and it's whether we want to be envisioned as a city that looks after revenue before it looks after its people, then I put it to you. That's what
Yeah. On County Road 6497. Brian
Sure, that's all right, I won't back
from Baytown.
Mr. Mayor, council members, if you're not aware, I was the petition organizer that got the red light cameras on the ballot in Baytown, where 60% of the residents voted against it. Normally, I would tell you there's nothing wrong with going ahead and putting this issue on the ballot as we did, which was after the fact. But that's only, I'm never concerned about the cameras winning a fair election, but ATS is not a fair company. They will do, as they did in Baytown, set up a political front group that poses local citizens that will do mail-outs, put false information in the newspaper, try and scare people. And with a low voter turnout, they just may scare enough people into thinking that they need this. Now, the problem is that I'm here to give you a window into the future. As the cameras go up and more people are familiar with it, a lot of times their positions change. If you would have asked me when the cameras first went up in Baytown, I probably would have said, that's no big deal. If you don't run a red light, you don't have anything to worry about, right? Well, that was until we caught the city with the legally short yellow lights. We found out that the company actually helped them manipulate data. And we also found that accidents went up dramatically, not just a little bit, but in the second year of the cameras, the total accidents went up 40%. Red light, it's not just rear end accidents, folks. That's what they'll tell you. Well, rear end accidents go up, but we cut down on these T-bone accidents, and that's why the cameras are good. Red light related accidents went up 12%. Injury accidents went up 75%. Red light related T-bone accidents went up 37%. Rear end accidents up 83%. Injury accidents up 39%. Anytime you have a distraction at a intersection, that's the chance for people to get into more accidents. You don't want a distraction at the intersection. Houston, after the cameras were shut off, accidents went down 16%. After the cameras were voted out in Baytown, accidents went down 30%. In League City, total accidents went up 20%. Rear end accidents went up 68%. Lubbock, their accidents doubled, and the council went ahead and repealed the program because they saw so many accidents. I'm here to say, don't let this go to the ballot just because you don't want to get yourself into the same situation that Baytown, Houston, and others have. If you ask any of the Baytown council or anybody else, they'll tell you, don't deal with these people. If you do pass the vote and the public does somehow, ATS is able to turn out enough votes, make sure that you have a 3 or 4 month cancellation and convenience clause in your contract. You will never regret that. Baytown did not have a cancellation for convenience contract. They just paid ATS $1 million. You will not be very popular people in your town if you hand over a Goldman Sachs company $1 million. And just Google the company. That's all you got to do. Google ATS, Google red light cameras. Don't take my word for it. Don't take ATS's word for it. Do your own research. They'll quote different studies like the TTI, the IAHS. Those studies have been questioned, the methodology, by credible universities like the University of South Florida Health Department. The methodology is very questionable. So don't believe the cherry-picked data from them. And I'm feel free, anybody can look at our website. My number's on there. You can contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.